Hello everybody. Welcome back to another session on logic development. We are discussing concept of arrays. And we had almost completed the discussion. There was one assignment that we are about to solve. And I hope all of you have met other than the scheduled time to solve that assignment. I see Kaustubh sharing this particular solution. Anybody else who has solved that particular solution? Other group? Kaustubh was in team 2, correct? So team 2 has solved that particular solution. What about other teams? Okay, Viraj's team will also solve the solution.
Sir, I and Sairam discussed.
Okay.
Other members and all we did not meet together.
Okay, but you and Sairam were there, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So let's have a look at the solution that you all both have implemented. So let's jump onto the solution directly. Everybody turn on the cameras, please. Okay. So the problem statement was this. Hotel manager wants to know how many employees are needed at the hotel each hour of the day for each other day. Minimum number of employees needed at any hour is 4. 4 या 3 था. Change किया क्या 4?
सर एक्चुअली वो फर्स्ट डे पे आपने जो दिया था ना उस पे 4 था, सेकंड डे पे दिया तो उसमें 3 था, तो आंसर में 3 लिखा है लेकिन वो क्वेश्चन पहले था.
Okay, it was 3. After that, one additional employee is required for each 20 customers. The hotel is open 24 hours a day. Management has counted the number of customers each hour for 14 days. The management will use average number of customers for each hour over 14 days to calculate needed number of employees for each hour. So that was develop a solution to output needed number of employees per hour. Okay, and there are no partial employees. Now, when I use the statement, there are no partial employees, I meant that you cannot say we have 3.5 employees carrying out that particular work. So there are no partial employees. Either you'll have 3 or you'll have 4. So there is nothing as partial employees. So let's see how have you went ahead solving it. So number of days that they have taken recordings for, that's 14. Number of hours is 24. That means every day you're working for 24 hours. So those are 24 hours that we have. Minimum number of employees you have taken as 3. They are always required, as we have said. They are always required. Then number of customers, you have taken an array, and that's a 2-dimensional array. Number of days and number of hours. Number of days and number of hours. Okay. So 14 days, 24 hours. So 14 by 24 array is what you have created. Correct, Kaustubh? So this
Yes,
is an array that is good enough for you to store the record for all the 14 days, for all the 24 hours.
yes sir, yes.
Then average customers, number of hours 24. So that's for the final result. Needed employee, number of hours. Okay. So I have taken 2 additional arrays, and hour counter, day counter, total customers. Okay, let's see. For hour count in the range 0 to number of hours -1. Number of hours 24 24 -1 is 23. That's okay. Total customers आपने 0 दिया है. Day counter in the range of 0 to number of days -1. That means 0 to 14, 13. Very correct. And then you're saying display, please enter the number of customers for R. R plus R counter plus 1. Okay, that's R counter starts with 0. So you're saying R counter plus on day counter plus 1. That's perfect. So it will say R1 on day 1. And then you're saying accept number of customers, day counter and R counter. That's correct. And total customers is equal to total customer plus number of customers, day counter, R counter. That's perfect. So in here, what have we done once we come out of the loop? For a particular day, no. अरे गलत जा रहा है. You have taken for that hour for all the 14 days, correct? ऐसा हो गया?
Yes sir, yes sir, yes.
For that hour,
Each hour for 14 days.
14 days, you have the data. And using the data, you're going to calculate average customer for that hour. Okay. Average customer for that hour, total customer divided by number of days. Okay. Okay. And then needed employees R counter is equal to average counter plus R divided by 20. plus minimum number of employees. Why? Where is this 20 coming up magical?
सॉरी सर वो लेना भूल गया, लेकिन वो मतलब ईच कस्टमर्स के लिए, ईच 20 कस्टमर्स के लिए एडिशनल 1 लगता ना, तो वो लॉजिक है सिर्फ 20 को मैजिक नंबर।
तो यहाँ क्या डिफाइन करेंगे?
कस्टमर लिमिट।
कस्टमर लिमिट नहीं, कुछ और?
मिनिमम कस्टमर्स।
मिनिमम कस्टमर, मिनिमम कस्टमर 20 तो नहीं है।
कस्टमर पर एडिशनल एम्प्लॉय।
Okay, so 20 for every 20 customer you're going to have an additional employee, correct?
यस सर यस।
So क्या लिखे?
कस्टमर्स पर एडिशनल एम्प्लॉय।
Customers for additional employee, and that's 20. So you're saying calculate needed employees hour counter is equal to average customer per hour divided by customer for additional employees plus minimum number of employees. Okay, and you went through the loop, and then you're only displaying this. I think it's perfect. I don't, anybody who feels there is some change that is required? That's how simple the question was. Actually, it took unnecessarily so long time to solve that, but it was very simple.
Sir,
Huh.
sir, the management knew na the average, so we could have asked them directly na.
Yeah.
What is the average? Sir, check a solution. I'll explain that.
Okay, let us see. First, let us see whether Kostur has taken care of the requirement. Hotel management wants to know how many employees are needed at the hotel each hour of the day. Minimum number of employees needed at any hour is 3. Okay. After that, 1 additional employee is required for each 20 customers. So, कम से कम 3 चाहिए. And after that, 1 additional employee is required for each 20 customers. Hotel is open 24 hours a day. Management has counted the number of customers for each of 14 days. The management will use the average number of customers for each hour over 14 days to calculate needed number of employees for hour. I think what Kostur and his team has done. कौन-कौन थे दोस्तों आपकी टीम में?
सर सागर, संजय एंड रोहित।
Okay. So I think you all have done a good job, and this is what was needed. तो ये जो आपने यहाँ एक array लिया है average customers, why do you need this?
Sir, to calculate the average customer for each hour for 24, we will have 24 distinct values.
Correct.
So for each hour for 14 days, that
Okay.
will we will get that from the management, and we'll
Okay.
add that and calculate the average customers. For
I would have taken this provided if I had accepted data separately and then I had gone and carrying out operation. Now think, suppose, just look at the solution. If I don't think this is an array, suppose, okay, and then I write, this is what I write. If this is what I write, we'll undo the things if I am wrong and tell me what will happen in this case. We found the average customer for that hour, whatever the hour was. Also,
yes, sir, yes.
so we found the average number of customers. We are currently talking about hour counter that is 0 first hour, and
Yes.
needed employment of 0 that they were storing average customer divide this.
Yes, sir, we could have done this.
Okay, so that array was not required
Yes.
because array is huge. You're actually creating an array of size. How much was it? 24. Correct.
Yes,
When
yes.
24 elements was not required, where you could have done, because you're not using that information anywhere later, are you?
No, sir, no.
No. So you could have done without using an array for average customer. Needed employees के लिए 24 चाहिए था, because you do not plan to display the result over here directly. You're going to accept the data for all. You're going to calculate and store the result over here, and then take care of displaying the result later. So in that case, we require 24 different variables to store the data. Was it only you had calculated and displayed it there and there itself? That was a different story, but this is perfect. What we'll do is now, for all the 24 hours, for each day, for each of the 24 hours, they are accepting the number of customers. So for the first hour for the 24 days, 14 days, we have accepted the customers, number of customers which are present in the hotel. But then, is that how it works? क्या problem में वही कहा गया है क्या? What is the recording? The management wants to know how many employees. The hotel management has counted number of customers each hour for 14 days. So हर एक घंटे के लिए 14 दिन के लिए how many employees are, how many customers are there? They have already counted. Okay, तो आप पूछ रहे जीरो पहले घंटे में कितने लोग हैं, दूसरे घंटे में कितने लोग हैं, every day, first day, दूसरे दिन, तीसरे दिन कितने लोग थे? Okay, and that will give you the result. That's perfect. So that array was not required. Rest, I don't see any scope of improvement. So good work, team 2. We have done a fantastic job to solve this particular problem. Let us see what the other team has done with this particular problem statement. So number of days 14 है, number of hours 24 है, day hour है, minimum number of employees 3 है, customer number of days plus number of hours है, okay, minimum customers 20 है, total customers employer, customers in the range of 0 to number of days -1, customers in the range of 0, ये क्या कर रहे हैं? Customers in the range of 0 to number of days -1, day तो लो, customers कहाँ? And then again customers, this is wrong, Viraj. Because if I take the variable customer over here for range of 0 to 13, then again if I take customers over here, what's the value of customer? Again 0. To number of hours -1, it will become 24. If it becomes 24, next time this condition will be false. 24 plus 1 is 25, and you will come out of the loop. So you cannot take the same variable in both the loops. So when you have nested loop, you cannot have this variable as a loop control variable and the same variable again for the inner loop. That's something which is not possible. And then you have, suppose I could change the name of the variable. I could call this variable as R actually. I could call this variable as R, and I could call this variable as day. That could be the right way. For day in the range of 0 to days -1. And यहाँ तो नीचे day and R लिखा है. ये कहाँ से लिखा था आपने customer? ये बराबर है. Day comma R.
सायराम ने सजेस्ट किया था उसी दिन क्लास के टाइम.
Correct, but ये सही है. The day and R is right. That means
Yes,
for
sir.
day in the range of 0 to number of days -1, R in the range of 0 to 24, day and R. तो यहाँ आपने data accept कर लिया. So you have accepted it first, and then you are writing a loop. Employee in the range of 0 to -1, calculate total customer is 0. Employee in the range of वापिस वही नहीं यार, यहाँ भी आएगा R और यहाँ भी आएगा day. For day in the range of so and so. So total customer is equal to total customer plus customers day comma R. That's correct. And total employee plus total customer divided by minimum number of customers. That's correct. Yeah, we total नहीं actually average था. But anyway, so total number of employees needed per hour are total employees. This is wrong. So the only one statement where you have gone wrong is over here. बाकी code सही था. You could have done with this very correctly. तो यहाँ what logic he has applied was right. ये आपने average find कर लिया. But ये average find करने के बाद minimum number of customers से कैसे divide कर? 20 से divide कर रहे हैं. 20 से divide करके आपको जो 3 था that you anyway have to add. तो total customers अगर आपके 20 है, 20 divided by minimum number of customers 20 है वापस. तो total customers divided by minimum number of customers 21 आएगा. Plus ये आपका minimum customers को add करना होगा आपको. नहीं, minimum number of employees को add करना होगा. So you'll have to, you try given the names correctly. ये total customers है, but ये average है. So here I create one more variable instead of total customers. I'll create one more variable, average customers. Here we could have said average customer per hour. This and the average customer आ गया and total number of employees per hour जो चाहिए हमें, that you could have added saying calculate total number of employees per hour is equal to your average customer per hour plus your minimum customers that you have 3. नहीं minimum customer है, number of minimum employees. Minimum customer तो यहाँ है आपने भी इसका
मिनिमम कस्टमर 20 है सर.
यह है number of minimum number of employees. This will solve the problem for us. Total number of employees per hour नहीं R number आपको लिखना होगा. Needed per hour कौन सा R? Needed for R number. We'll have to put it as R plus 1 यानी पहला R to number. This will solve the problem. तो हमने क्या किया है? Same what they have done. आपने उन्होंने सिर्फ ये calculation they had finished over here itself. Initially while you are displaying it later. Okay, but then what has happened is you are using 2 nested for loop, whereas they have used only 1 nested for loop and other only to print the result. While your program will take slightly less memory, their program will run will be less in size of code. तो आपके यहाँ memory के अंदर the memory that your program will occupy will be less, but it takes slightly more time because you are running twice. यहाँ भी n square और यहाँ भी n square. दो बार आप for loop लगा रहे हो. So that's not a very good idea, but then that will work correctly. So first you have finished accepting the data, and then later you are doing the calculations. Here you have calculated total customers for that R for every day, and then that average customers per hour is equal to total customers divided by minimum number of customers and so on. And once you have that, in that particular result, average customer में 3 employees add कर लो, so the other employee required for every hour and so on. So that's the correct way to solve this particular problem. So I'm going to share both these solutions with you because now both seems to be correct. So दोनों solutions मैं आप लोगों के साथ share कर रहा हूँ. Have a look at those solutions again. Team 2 solution is better. So I shared both the solutions. Have you all received both the solutions? अरे मिला कि नहीं solution everybody?
Yes sir.
Okay. Any other assignment that was remaining?
No sir.
सारे कर दिए?
सर ये मैनेजमेंट का आई थिंक और एक टाइप था क्वेश्चन.
कौन
वो
सा
विंड स्पीड का था क्या? विंड स्पीड का हुआ था क्या सर?
विंड स्पीड हुआ और इट वाज सिमिलर लाइक दिस ओनली. आई थिंक इट वाज मिस्टर गणेश और समथिंग. होटल मैनेजमेंट का ही था सर.
नहीं गणेश का किया था ना हमने फ्लोर वाला. Let's solve that in the class. Check out quick. So in this particular example, which has been given to us, you have to be very careful while you go about solving this particular example. The problem is straightforward and simple actually, just that we should not hurry through that particular problem. It was accepting you to classify the users based on their age. And that too, there were 5 age range in which you have to classify. One was below 20, other was 20 to 29, next was 30 to 39, next was 40 to 49, other was beyond 50. So there are 5 different groups in which you have to organize. Good thing is, many of you try to use the idea that we had seen, wherein in one statement itself you can do the work, and you could, instead of writing nested if, you could just use an array to replace nested if. That was possible, which Viraj's team tried out, but then they forgot that these ranges were not equally divided. Means first range was having 20 elements, the next 3 range were having 10 elements, and the last range was not having any upper limit. It can be beyond 50 up to 150 years. How many years that fellow lives, who knows? So that shortcut that Monika's team and Viraj's team was trying to apply, that shortcut technique would not apply for all the ranges. It would apply for some of the ranges, but not all ranges. So you have to be very careful. Sanjay had taken extra efforts, and his team had taken extra efforts to write all those conditions. So the other 2 teams remember the logic that we can replace nested if by using array. Sanjay and his team somehow forgot it, but they did the right work. Because here, that logic could not be applied straightforward, because when you said, Viraj said something like this, Viraj and his team, they said age divided by 10. The logic is very nice, age divided by 10. Somebody is 30 years old, 30 divided by, or 35 years old, 35 divided by 10. So that gives him 3, the quotient, as they're trying to think about. And then -1, that will give 2. That means 0, 1, 2. Third array के अंदर के third position पे उसे store करना है. Idea was very good. But then what about somebody ages 19 years? What about somebody ages 5 years? What about somebody ages 80 years? There that particular logic failed. So it was necessary what Sanjay's logic has been applied and what Viraj's logic has been applied. दोनों का combination चाहिए. That means for 3 age group, we should have used logic which Monika's and Viraj's team has done. And for 2 age group, that is below 20 and beyond 50, we should have used what Sanjay and his team has done. Sanjay, can you share your solution, because you have gone forward to what extent we actually need to go about? Can you share your solution?
Yes, sir.
Share karo na.
Yes.
I haven't received. Share it once again, Sanjay.
Yes, sir. Sharing.
किसको share किया आपने?
Share करो.
Everyone करो ना. या ऋषिकेश करो. My name is Rishikesh, Sanjay.
Yes, sir. Sharing.
Sanjay feels he has done
Session.
something एकदम fantastic logic implement किया है, किसी को इसे share नहीं करना चाहता है.
नहीं सर शेयर किया है.
अरे
नहीं
कहाँ
तो-
किया है? किसी और के साथ शेयर करो, चलो वो दे देगा मुझे.
मोनिका तो गया सर, आपको जाना.
Monica, have you got it?
Yes, sir.
Monica, have you got it?
Yes, sir. Just a minute.
Share it to me. तो last time वाला share करेगा. Okay, I got it, Sanjay now.
सर नहीं हो रहा है आपको.
अरे आगे आगे नहीं क्या हो रहा है? आगे, I got it. Here we go. So what has Sanjay done than others of you? He's taking constant number of constant T. Constant integer constant number of readers equal to 1000. Okay, that's good. Then age readers के भी array बनाया है, gender का भी array बनाया है, marital status का भी array बनाया है, annual income का भी array बनाया है. That was a good thought. Many of you have not done that. The reason for that is what I was telling Bhagyashree and Monica. I was telling you the same thing. While you are accepting age, समझो आपने किसी age reader का age accept किया, and those who have taken only a single variable to accept the age, पहले बंदे का एज एक्सेप्ट कर लिया, फिर दूसरे बंदे का एज एक्सेप्ट करोगे, द फर्स्ट पर्सन एज इज लॉस्ट. So here, only change he should have done is, here he could have used reader counter, suppose. So here, what has he done? He has taken arrays for all of the data that has to be accepted. Because the question is demanding. Which lifestyle management stores demographic data? Market report collects the reader survey records according to age, gender, marital status, annual income. ये सब कुछ accept कर रहा है. तो आपको सबका डेटा स्टोर करना चाहिए. तो टू स्टोर द डेटा, मोस्ट ऑफ यू, आई वाज ट्राइंग टू टेल मोनिका एंड भाग्यश्री कि आप है ना पहले बंदे का एक्सेप्ट करने का दूसरे बंदे का एक्सेप्ट करोगे तो पहले बंदे का ओवरराइड कर रहे हो. तो इंस्टेड व्हेन वी टेक एन एरे दैट विल नॉट हैपन. द ओनली मिस्टेक दैट ही डिड इज, हाउ कैन यू से संजय हियर नंबर ऑफ रीडर्स, यू विल हैव टू से रीडर काउंटर ना, पहला पोजीशन, फिर दूसरा पोजीशन, फिर तीसरा पोजीशन एंड सो ऑन. सो एक्सेप्ट एज ऑफ द
काउंटर
रीडर.
प्लस 1,
पढ़ा
रीडर काउंटर प्लस 1 होगा ना?
नहीं ना, रीडर काउंटर प्लस 1 क्यों, रीडर काउंटर ही रहेगा, 0 ही रहेगा. आई विल नॉट से रीडर काउंटर प्लस 1, इट विल बी 0 बिकॉज नंबर ऑफ रीडर -1 का है ना, तो 1000 रहेगा तो 0 to 99 999 जाएगा.
यस सर, यस.
Okay, so you will later enter the marital status of an reader. तो यहाँ marital status में क्या एंटर करें, मेल फीमेल क्या चाहिए, तो यहाँ बोलो यूजर को चांस दो ना, मेल स्लैश female, what all genders you would like to have, male female. Suppose we are now considering only 2 genders, male and female. तो यहाँ अरे marital
सर वो
status,
ऊपर आएगा.
नहीं जेंडर थोड़ी ना पूछ रहा है, ये marital status पूछ रहा है, जेंडर पूछा ही नहीं है ना. अरे जेंडर ऊपर पूछा है, तो ये मेल फीमेल ऊपर लिखो, और जो भी जेंडर आपको कंसीडर करना है, लाइक मैरिड, अनमैरिड, डिवोर्स, जो भी लिखना है, ओके वो लिख दो. तो विल एक्सेप्ट द मैरिड स्टेटस. फिलहाल तो मैरिड अनमैरिड लिख देते हैं, बट आपको और भी कोई रीडर स्टेटस चाहिए, आपको और भी कोई जेंडर चाहिए, वो भी ऐड करो. देन प्लीज एंटर द एनुअल इनकम ऑफ द रीडर. अरे बट बताओ ना यूनिट्स ऑफ मेजरमेंट, इन रुपीज, इन डॉलर, इन यॉन, क्या है. इन सपोज इन रुपीज कहा मैंने, एनुअल इनकम भी एक्सेप्ट कर दिया. So now you have data about one employee, one reader. Next time when the reader counter gets incremented, you have details about the second reader. Next time it gets incremented, you have details about the third reader and so on. Sanjay, where have you gone wrong? Wrong मतलब अभी आपके 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counters है. And when you have multiple counters, and all these counters are storing age के उस age group में कितने लोग हैं, तो मल्टीपल सच काउंटर्स कुड हैव बीन वेरी इजीली रिप्लेस्ड विद एन एरे. तो यहाँ हम लोग इसकी जगह एक एरे ले सकते थे. एरे का एज काउंटर और समथिंग लाइक दैट. एज रीडर ऑफ द एज का एक है प्लस नंबर ऑफ रीडर्स. नंबर ऑफ ग्रुप्स आपके पास कितने थे, तो 5 थे. ओके, तो आई कुड हैव गिवन दिस सम नेम एरे. तो ये जो 5 काउंटर्स है आपके ना संजय, उन 5 काउंटर्स को या फिलहाल 5 काउंटर्स रख देते हैं. Okay, let's keep this as 5 counters. Then he says, if why is this indented? बिना वजह क्यों इंडेंट कर रहे हो? So let me take this. Then he says, age of the readers. अरे age of reader कौन सा? Number of readers नहीं आएगा, reader counter आएगा. Because for the first time reader counter is 0, तो पहले is greater than minimum age group 1 and age of the reader is less than minimum group 2. ऐसा करने की जरूरत नहीं थी. Now that you have taken minimum age group for 1 as 0, minimum age group for 2 as 20, ये लिया आपने, and then 3 is 30, ये constant ले लिया आपने 5. You have taken these 5 constants if you want. ये minimum age group के हैं. So what we could have done is, we could have said, अब ये मैं आपका कोड छोटा करके दिखाता हूँ संजय.
Yes.
And others also please watch what has to be done. I'm just going to reduce the code that he has written. Although his code is right, but there is too much of code that he's writing unnecessarily. Age of the reader greater than minimum age group 0 रखा है. So he says till the time age is greater than 0 and age of that reader is less than minimum age of group 2 and less than 20 है, यानी 0 से लेके 20 के अंदर अगर है, then he is going to do this operation. So what I'll do instead of counting for 0, assuming that user enters the right age, I'll get rid of this. I'll directly say age of the reader less than minimum age group 2 कौन सा था 20 था. तो अगर लेस देन 20 है तो मैं यहाँ मिनिमम एज ग्रुप काउंटर जो है उसका ये जो इसने ये मिनिमम एज ग्रुप 1 काउंटर जो है 1 काउंटर का वैल्यू 1 से इंक्रीमेंट कर दिया. So we had 5 counters, तो एक काउंटर का वैल्यू उसने इंक्रीमेंट कर लिया. Likewise, if the age ये greater than minimum age group 2 क्यों लिखूं? I'll directly say if age less than minimum. याद है if else में nested if में कैसे कंडीशंस आप अवॉइड कर सकते थे. तो हमने कहा यहाँ नंबर ऑफ रीडर नहीं है, यहाँ रीडर काउंटर है. पहला रीडर, दूसरा रीडर, तीसरा रीडर, व्हाट एवर इट इज. संजय नंबर ऑफ रीडर्स तो फिक्स ही रहता ना, ये थोड़ी ना चेंज होगा. तो रीडर काउंटर पहली बार 0 है, तो 0 पोजीशन पे जो एज आपने एक्सेप्ट किया है अगर वो थर्ड ग्रुप से कम है तो थर्ड ग्रुप का काउंटर इंक्रीमेंट करो. अगर वो although his and conditions are correct, but why write this and condition? It was not required to write that and condition. सही है, इसका मतलब नहीं है कि वही करना है. So then if it is greater than minimum age group 4, so in that case minimum age group 4 का काउंटर इसने इंक्रीमेंट कर दिया. So that's correct. 3 का काउंटर इंक्रीमेंट कर दिया, एज ग्रुप 4 से कम है तो. एंड देन एज ग्रुप 4 हो गया है, एंड देन एज ग्रुप 5 से कम है तो ये if के नीचे चाहिए राजा. और अगर है तो अगेन विल कैलकुलेट, ये एंड की कंडीशन की जरूरत ही नहीं है. Then calculate it has taken so much of efforts to write such a long code, but that works. And अगर ये लास्ट कंडीशन क्यों चेक करें, अगर वो लेस देन ग्रुप 5 नहीं है तो ग्रेटर देन ग्रुप 5 रहेगा, तो ये 5 का काउंटर इंक्रीमेंट करेंगे, 5 का काउंटर इंक्रीमेंट करेंगे. एंड फिर आएगा यहाँ एंडिड. इसका ढंग से नेस्टिंग करना बहुत जरूरी है संजय. ये हो गया डेटा एक्सेप्ट करने का कोर्स. एंड देन एंड फॉर. Now others, let me know, have you understood what has he done? So what is happening over here? And if you have any concern कि आपने ऐसा क्यों नहीं किया, वो भी डाउट है तो पूछिएगा मुझे कि आपने कुछ सोच के ऐसा नहीं किया रहेगा. So what has happened is enter the age of the reader in years. He accepts the age of the reader in years. Enter the gender, उस बंदे का जेंडर एक्सेप्ट कर लिया. That means these are parallel array concept यूज किया इसने. Parallel array क्यों? एज ऑफ द रीडर एरे के अंदर 0th पोजीशन पे जिसका एज है, जेंडर ऑफ द रीडर एरे में भी 0th पोजीशन उसी यूजर का एज है. मैरिटल स्टेटस ऑफ रीडर के एरे में उसी यूजर का मैरिटल स्टेटस है, और उसी यूजर के थर्ड फोर्थ एरे में एनुअल इनकम और 0th पोजीशन पे, यानी एट द 0th पोजीशन 4 अलग एरेज है. एंड एट द 0th पोजीशन इट इज हैविंग इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ 1 एम्प्लॉय. समझो राहुल की जानकारी इस एरे में 0th पोजीशन पे, इस एरे में उसी का जेंडर 0th पोजीशन पे, तीसरे एरे में उसी का मैरिटल स्टेटस 0th पोजीशन पे, और चौथे एरे में उसी का इनकम 0th पोजीशन पे. So all the array में 0th position is storing record of one particular entity. ये हो गया parallel array concept. So there are 4-5 arrays that he has used. Annual income, marital status, gender, and age of the reader. ऐसे 4 array यूज किए हैं, and चारों array में 0th position पे राहुल का डेटा है. At 1 position समझो मोनिका का रिकॉर्ड है, 2 position पे संजय का रिकॉर्ड है, and likewise the records have been stored. and then this will give the right kind of information. So now he has ये जो ग्रुप्स है, हर एक एडेड ये जो इसने ये बनाया है, व्हाट डू यू से, वेरिएबल्स है. इस वेरिएबल में उसके पास मिनिमम एज ग्रुप 1 में कितने लोग हैं, दूसरे ग्रुप में कितने लोग हैं, वो सारी जानकारी है. नाउ ही कुड हैव वेरी वेल गॉन एंड प्रिंटिंग दैट डेटा एज वेल. अब ये आपके क्वेश्चन में जो पूछा गया था, डिजाइन द एप्लीकेशन टू अलाउ यूजर टू रीड डेटा कंप्लीट एंड यंगर देन सो एंड अदर्स. तो आपको ये सिर्फ प्रिंट करना था, तो आपको आगे जाके सिर्फ प्रिंट करना था इस ग्रुप में कितने हैं, उस ग्रुप में कितने हैं, यानी 5 वेरिएबल्स की वैल्यू आपको सिर्फ इसके नीचे प्रिंट कर दी. दैट्स इट. So this is how this problem could have been solved. Have you all understood this? Anybody has a question?
No, sir.
Monica, Sanjay,
Hello.
हाँ
हेलो सर.
बोलिए.
सर अगर लेट्स अज्यूम सर कि हमें बाकी का डेटा नहीं चाहिए, सिर्फ एज के साथ ये करना है.
हाँ.
सब पूरा मेरा एक डाउट था सर.
Then in
तो
that case we will not accept this data. ये नहीं accept
हाँ
करते.
नहीं
हाँ
वो है सर, सिर्फ एक पूछना था
हाँ.
कि अपन अगर एरन लेते एज का, एक एज लेके एट ए टाइम, और फिर सर हमने कोड किया था ना सर कि एक एज काउंटर लेके उसको डिवाइड बाय 10, मतलब एज को डिवाइड बाय 10
That's
-1.
precisely I'm going to do to improve on this logic. But ये समझ में आ गया पहले?
यस सर. यस.
Okay, then we'll now apply that particular idea that we had seen. What was that idea all about? It was an idea about eliminating multiple counters.
यस.
And ये nested if को replace करने का ही logic था ना. You can replace nested if by using arrays. वही logic बात करें ना.
तर ते सुद्धा आणि एजचाच ॲरे घेतला तर बाकीचे ॲरे आपल्याला विचारलंच नाही ना बाकीचा रेकॉर्ड.
नाही विचारलं नाही, सांगितलं ना.
काउंट
बोलतात?
घ्यायचं ना सर.
इथे काय विचारलं, मार्केट हॅज
Store
कलेक्टेड
करायचं.
रीडर सर्वे, हे सारी जानकारी कलेक्ट की ना.
पण ते स्टोर
सर आपण जो सगळ्यात पहिला एक्झाम्पल घेतला होता ना,
तोच
त्यात
logic
जसं
लावणार आहे.
हा
तेच
हा
लावणार
तेच.
आहे. एक्झाम्पल कशासाठी घेतलं होतं आपण, दॅट व्हॉट आय एम ट्राइंग टू रिकलेक्ट. आय एम
Yes.
सेइंग दॅट एक्झाम्पल वी हॅड टेकन बिकॉज वी हॅड सीन हाऊ टू एलिमिनेट नेस्टेड इफ.
यस
to-
सर.
Correct?
Yes, sir,
As to how
yes.
we can improve on that code. Let this solution be as it is. ये solution है correct है, इसको as it is रखते हैं and we'll improve on that so that you have both the ideas. तो यहाँ क्या करना था आपको, सिर्फ ये बताना था कौन से ग्रुप में कितने हैं. तो I could just say display number of क्यों है employees है, क्या है people क्या है, readers.
तर ते ऑफ आहे. हा ओजी झाले.
पढ़न
तर ते ओजी लिहिले ते ऑफ आहे ना.
अच्छा ऑफ लेवल. That's how this program should have been solved. Now I'm sharing this program for your reference, but I will definitely not solve in this particular way. But आपके रेफरेंस के लिए शेयर कर रहा हूँ कि ऐसे सॉल्व किया जा सकता था और इसको कैसे इम्प्रूव करे. What Kaustubh is trying to tell me. Okay. But Kaustubh, we are having some difficulty over there. What was the difficulty in doing applying your logic?
सर वो मतलब ब्रेक कर रहा था सर रेंज.
चलो
लेकिन
पहले
उसका
आपका है ना लॉजिक का वो बेसिक आइडिया बताइए. आपने क्या किया था? वो एरे में कहा ये आपने सारे हटा दिए थे. यू आर ट्राइंग टू हैव ओनली वन कंडीशन, करेक्ट? तो आपने
हाँ,
क्या
सर.
लिखा था यार? कुछ एक वेरिएबल लिया था समझो, करेक्ट?
सर सिर्फ है ना रीडर एज एक्सेप्ट की पहले तो एक.
वो तो ठीक है, एक की एक्सेप्ट
हाँ,
किया, क्या एरे में
हाँ,
एक्सेप्ट किया, दैट्स अ डिफरेंट.
हाँ, हाँ. तो बाद में फिर उसको है ना डिवाइड
हाँ.
करने का 10 से
Divided.
वो
So
reader- हाँ,
what you are trying to do is you are saying age of a reader divided by 10, then
-1.
-1. Okay, so अगर किसी का is 30 है, 30 divided by
हाँ.
10 will give you 3. 3 minus 1 will give you 2.
One.
The array
Two
of
मतलब-
2 is the third position, 0, 1, 2. Correct? That was your logic?
Yes sir.
Okay. Now that logic failed because किसी का age अगर 10 साल है, तो 10 divided by 10 is
1
1. 1 minus 1 is
0
0. And किसी का 15 है तो
15 है तो भी वही आएगा ना सर.
okay.
तो सर प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि वो
हाँ.
4 से ऊपर नहीं जाना चाहिए. तो
Correct.
उसके लिए भी एक ये है कि हम इसको असाइन कर डालेंगे और
हाँ.
इफ एल्स लगा देंगे सर. वो कंडीशन मतलब 4 के आगे वैल्यू जाता है तो हम मतलब वैसे ये करेंगे. मतलब किया है मैंने सर.
हाँ. तो यानी आपको वही तो मैं कह रहा, आपको संजय का और आपका दोनों की लॉजिक कॉम्बिनेशन लेना होगा.
हाँ सर.
ओके.
मतलब
अगर
सर नेस्टेड इफ की जरूरत ही नहीं है. सिर्फ मतलब पर्टिकुलर एक एज लेके डायरेक्टली करते हैं.
नहीं, इफ एल्स की जरूरत पड़ेगी ना.
हाँ, इफ एल्स एक ही बार लगेगा ऐसा बोल रहा
हाँ,
हूँ.
करेक्ट. दैट्स व्हाट वी आर
हाँ.
डूइंग. वी कैन रिड्यूस द साइज.
यस
ओके,
सर.
बट इफ एल्स तो लगेगा रहेगा आपको.
हाँ.
ओके. नाउ if the age was 5 years, so 5 divided by 10, so
अ,
0.
0 आएगा.
0 आएगा. हाँ.
And 0 minus 1
वो प्रॉब्लम.
काम करेगा. That means there are two range for which your logic will not work. Less than 20 के लिए काम नहीं करेगा और greater than 50 के लिए काम नहीं करेगा.
यस सर.
So what we can do is we will only take two groups. एक है मिनिमम एज, एक जो ग्रुप 1 था ना इसका, ये मिनिमम एज फॉर ग्रुप 2 एक ए लेंगे एंड मिनिमम एज फॉर ग्रुप 5 ये 5, ये दो ही लेंगे हम लोग. देखो अभी आई एम गोना टेक ओनली दिस टू एंड सी हाउ आई एम गोना सॉल्व. मिनिमम एज फॉर ग्रुप 2 20 है और ये जो संजय ने इतनी सारी मेहनत की है ना, मैं ये सब कुछ नहीं करने वाला. आई विल नॉट बी डूइंग दैट. वॉच इट. ये सब कुछ मैं कम करने वाला अभी. And answer तो आएगा पक्का. I will say if age of the reader counter less than minimum age for group 2. Minimum age for group 2 कितना है? 20 है. अगर है तो I am saying calculate minimum age group counter 1 वगैरह कुछ नहीं. I am directly going to take an array of counters. यानी इसमें इतने सारे जो काउंटर लिए हैं, मैं उतने काउंटर इतने सारे काउंटर्स नहीं लेने वाला हूँ. एक एरे लेने वाला हूँ. एज ग्रुप काउंटर, एज ग्रुप्स सपोज.
सर आमचं सोल्युशन शेअर करू का?
कारण
आमचं सोल्युशन शेअर करू का?
बघितलं मी ते.
सर मग तिथे तुम्हाला इझी पडेल.
नाही नाही
ठीक आहे.
पण आता हे वापरायचं तुमचं पण फेल होतं तो 2 केसेस मध्ये ना, ते सांगितलं मी आता. नंबर ऑफ एज ग्रुप्स 5 है. तो ये 5 के आपने डिस्कस करके रखा है. अगर एज ऑफ द रीडर अगर एज ऑफ द रीडर लेस देन मिनिमम एज ग्रुप 2 है, मिनिमम एज ग्रुप 2 कितना है 20 है, लेस देन 20 अगर है तो इन दैट केस आई विल से एज ग्रुप ऑफ age group of 0 is equal to age groups of, या ग्रुप नाम देते हैं, age group of 0 plus 1. अगर it is greater than group 4 या group 5, greater than equal to group 5, इस काउंटर को इंक्रीमेंट कर दिया। और अभी यहाँ जो है आई एम गोना डू व्हाट यू आर सजेस्टिंग। यहाँ तक एवरीबॉडी में अगर 20 से कम है तो फर्स्ट एरे के अंदर के फर्स्ट वेरिएबल में हमने वो एज का वैल्यू इंक्रीमेंट कर दिया, यानी दैट फेलो बिलोंग्स टू द फर्स्ट एज ग्रुप। अगर 50 से ज्यादा है, 50 या 50 से ज्यादा है, तो in that case last variable array is what? Group of variables. So Sanjay had taken 5 variables, I have taken array of 5 variables, that's only it. And age group of 4 means 5th variable. Yes or no?
Yes sir, yes.
Yes.
तो उसमें चेंज कर दिया। अब मैं यहाँ आपका लॉजिक यूज करूंगा एलिमिनेट करने के लिए। देखो यहाँ क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं, कैलकुलेट बताइए अभी यहाँ कब आएंगे हम लोग इस टाइम पे? एनीबॉडी कैन टेल मी?
Sir, if the age is between 20 to 50,
If the age is between 20 to 49,
49.
ये ग्रेटर देन 50 रहेगा तो यहाँ जाएगा ना, लेस देन 50 तक है ना।
Yes, sir.
Okay, 20 to 49 में आप यहाँ आ गए। So when you come between 20 to 49, let give me any value in the range of 20 to 49.
35.
35. So 35 divided by 10 will give you 3 quotient, and 3 minus 1 will give you 2. तो ग्रुप 2 आ गया आपके पास, तो लिखो ना यार यहाँ, कैलकुलेट नहीं
+1.
हो गया। तो आई सेड कॉम्बिनेशन कैसे, 2 एज स्लैब के लिए आपको नेस्टेड इफ यूज किया, और तीसरे बाकी वाले बीच वाले स्लैब के लिए यही लॉजिक चलेगा। दैट मींस इफ एनीबॉडीज एज इज बिटवीन 20 to 49, यू डोंट हैव टू राइट इफ एल्स कंडीशन फॉर दैट। आपने लिया 41 है, तो 41 डिवाइड बाय 10 इज 4, 4 minus 1 is 3। तो एरे के अंदर थर्ड पोजीशन, थर्ड मतलब 0 1 2 3, यानी फोर्थ पोजीशन पे 0 1 2 3, ओके, फोर्थ पोजीशन पे आपने उसका 41 वाले का एज ग्रुप 4 में है उसमें डाल दिया, करेक्ट। नाउ बाय डूइंग सो हियर, ये बार बार जो कर रहे हैं हम लोग, ये भी लिखने की जरूरत है। यू कुड रन अ फॉर लूप नाउ, फॉर
ग्रुप भी डिक्लेयर नहीं है वेरिएबल।
ग्रुप डिक्लेयर किया ना मैंने,
हाँ
So for the first time, I'll say group in the range of 0 to number of age groups -1. So a number of age groups 5 है, so it will be 0 to 4. The number of readers in group 0 plus 1 is 1. The number of readers in group 1 are age group of 0, age group of 0 less than 20 वाले हैं. And we'll say stop. Stop में N4. So that's how you could handle this and reduce the size of the program significantly. Okay. Have you understood this, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So at times we have to use them in combination. What went wrong with the Viraj group is you're trying to think only about this logic, correct? इससे कैसे काम करवाए सबके लिए?
Yes.
There you are stuck up. Okay, if it's not possible, handle for those cases which are difficult for you, and then take that by writing these 2 lines of code, you have avoided 2 more conditions. ठीक है?
Yes,
3
sir.
more blocks. 2 conditions और
Yes,
3
sir.
blocks आपने avoid किए by writing this particular piece of code. So it was very important that you identify where to use combination of logic. So हमने 2 देखे थे, एक nested if देखा था, and then here we had this was the logic to eliminate use of nested if by using concept of array. And array was used over here what for what purpose? Whenever you have number of variables, all of them are storing similar kind of data, then replace that group of variables with array. तो हमने यहाँ array भी use कर दिया. Is that right? Have you all understood this logic? Yes or no? Sanjay?
Yes, sir.
हाँ सर.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now that you have understood this logic, तो आपके लिए एक level up और थोड़ा सा जाएंगे हम लोग. So I'll share this particular solution with you all for your quick reference, and you are required to modify the same solution. और किस बात के लिए modify करना है आपको ये solution? Look, the problem statement now extends. कैसे extend होता है problem statement? And there is where I appreciate what Sanjay had done. अब यहाँ आपको ये डेटा सारा एक्सेप्ट करने के लिए कहा गया था, तो you have to accept the data because the problem demanded. Who knows in future that additional information is required. So now it's a design application that allows you to enter reader data. When data entry is complete, क्या करना है आपको? Produce the count of reader by age group as follows. ये आपका जो अभी आपने solve किया. Second, produce the count of readers by the gender within the age group. That is under 20 females, under 20 males, and so on. फिर वैसे under 39 males, under इस ग्रुप में कितने मेल्स और फीमेल्स है, इस ग्रुप में कितने मेल्स और फीमेल्स है, वो चाहिए. Produce the count of readers in income group as follows. 3 लाख के नीचे किसका इनकम है, 3 लाख से 4 लाख के नीचे किसका इनकम है, 5 लाख से लेकर 9 लाख के 6 लाख 7 लाख के नीचे किसका इनकम है, 7 लाख के ऊपर किसका इनकम है. All those things have to be done. So this problem statement now extends. The problem statement now extends. So when the question demands that you have to accept, you do not know the reason why that information has to be accepted. So since we do not know why that information has been accepted, so if the question demands that accept this, you should rather accept that data, because who knows that information may be required for some other purpose. So the another question that close to Monica or somebody are asking, why should we accept that particular data? So that was the question that was asked. Sir, वो हम लोग use नहीं कर रहे, और आप नहीं कर रहे, client को आगे जाके उस data की जरूरत है. So here that this data was not required. आपके हिसाब से बराबर था. This data was not required. अरे but the question was demanding accept करो, because he had something else in his mind. वो जो problem designer था उसके दिमाग में कुछ और था, उसे और भी जाके आगे कुछ problems करने थे. So that's an extension. I want each one of you to solve that particular extension because problem तो अभी solve हो चुका है. Take care of that particular thing, and tomorrow when you come, I want you to be ready with that particular solution. Tomorrow we will actually go ahead with another part of our discussion. We are done with this concept of arrays now. This was just last example. I expect you to get that. I understood you are just stuck up in that particular thing. कि वो एक line में कैसे लाए? Need not, at times it will be combination of 2 logics. So tomorrow, just complete this extension. I hope all of you have got that problem statement.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Who will share this problem statement and the solutions onto the group?
Sir, I'll put it.
Okay. दोनों solution डालो और वो पहला वाला problem statement डालो और फिर बाद में दूसरा problem statement डालो. And complete this problem statement and come down tomorrow so that I can start with the next topic, which is quite advanced concept that we'll be discussing tomorrow. That is for modular approach of solving the problem. So that is what we'll be discussing tomorrow. Modularity, how we can introduce an algorithm. That is what I'll be discussing tomorrow in the meeting. So on that note, we'll stop here today. See you tomorrow. Solve this particular example and come prepared for tomorrow's session. Thank you all. Take care. Bye-bye.